Thank you for taking a look at DVTel's Intelligent Security Operations Center. In this module, we'll be talking about the Control Center, which is the main graphical user interface for the operator to work with live video, recorded video, as well as other media recorded and live from the system, as well as other systems and devices managed by the system. We have a tiled workspace, as well as tools surrounding us, allowing us to work with that workspace, information about what's going on in the system, like time and area. We have a comprehensive help file that allows you to work with the admin center, the control center, and the rest of the features and functions within the Latitude NVMS system. Several options are configurable within the graphical user interface that allows an operator to more efficiently use the space available to him, as well as officiate the operations needed by the environment, whether that be the use of the on-screen display or OSD, or whether it be working with the exported media like still clips or video using DVTel's encrypted format. You also have the choice to do a lot of standard codecs, allowing you to export to things like DivX, AVI, and others. What's interesting about what DVTel can accomplish from a viewing and environment workspace is that we're actually able to support video wall applications directly through the software of the iSoc. Previously exported video can be brought back and viewed within the system, like finding a file and playing. But we're going to go ahead and log on to a system. So let's go ahead and bring up the login screen. As you can see, there's lots of ways to authenticate into our system. Here's a couple. We also support Active Directory, LDAP, and others. I'm going to put my password in here and choose which directory system I want to log into. Now, if I was using a global system, I could log into one or more of these at the same time. As we log in, you can see that the system populates with all the assets available to that system. Now, you notice I have more than just video here. I have a whole section of audio. There's my cameras down there, scene tracker scenes, which we discuss in another module. There's also other information that's available to us here. We also have the ability to support maps through HTML. That's any HTML document or any HTML source, providing us a way to get to a URL or an HTML document. Those could be maps, internet sites, or even other systems. Dragging and dropping or double-clicking brings up video in the Control Center workspace. And there's lots of things you can do with that. Right-clicking in the area brings up a sub-menu. It gives you lots of options. We can also use the buttons down here for different information, like deleting the video by pulling it off screen, or by using the button, or by simply using the subtext menu. Bringing the video up, you can see that we can move it around in our workspace by dragging and dropping it around. Also, the on-screen display gives us a lot of information we could choose to see or to remove from our field of view. I really like this on-screen recording button, but it's also mirrored in case you don't want to see it on screen. It's mirrored down here in the bottom left-hand corner. As we bring it back up into a tile, we see that we have a lot of things that we do with the tiles. There's active content, which we're going to use for instant replay, and also alarms, which we'll go into in a later module. So if you look here, I've got this manual recording button. We're going to go ahead and hit that. That's going to change the recording parameters of the video that I just had. I hit the instant replay button. You can see I've got about a 30-second backup in time. You see I have my timeline down here at the bottom where I actually have my motion sensitivity logged inside the metadata. But there's a lot more metadata that's being generated as well. First off, why am I getting video? I'm getting video because it's being recorded on schedule, but also because of my manual recording. I'll go ahead and knock that manual recording button off. I'll go back to the original recording parameters, but you also see that that blue bar has stopped populating down there at the bottom. Let's go ahead and put a bookmark in here. Another one of the things that you can do in live or recorded video. And as you notice down there in the bottom right, I'm getting some information about the fact that I, the operator, am manipulating the system. That's actually logged over here in the events file. So everything that the operator is doing is logged in events for audits and things like that. I can change the viewing area by dragging and dropping the tiles out and forward, or I can choose to remove these tools completely by simply dropping here and taking them away. I can bring those back. Working with PTZs is easy. You could use a hardwired controller. You could use my graphical user interface over here, the little button wheel that we have. I could also, by use of a third wheel mouse, use my mouse to zoom in, zoom out, and pan and tilt around. Now I can do this on live video, recorded video. I get to do it with a PTZ. It's all the same. Go ahead and create a query. Choose which areas we want to create a query from, and when I'm going to look at bookmarks here, I've got several bookmarks based on that video. Double clicking or dragging and dropping as usual bring those up so we can actually look at them. And if you see here, I've got archive video from that camera. I've got some major motion detection that happened there, and I bookmarked. I think that was an automatic bookmark generated based on the motion. Smart search capability, be able to view in search video based upon motion in a field. Go ahead and grab which camera we want to look at. Set our preview. Use our tools to build our area of interest. Set our parameters, and execute the find. For systems that have more complex or more devices, it might not be easy to find those easily, so we actually have a filter bar that you can use. Actually gain you, based on your name of an asset, all the assets associated with that filter. As you can see, one of the assets of the filter that came up is actually a layout. So I can actually click on this and bring up a whole nother layout. That layout can have another set of cameras, it could have another set of assets or anything. Right here you see a scene tracker scene. That's a stitch that I did here. We'll talk about that in a later module. Layouts are very powerful tools because we can manage those with our matrix technology and allow us to create very efficient ways of managing large systems, like a layout tour that allows us to bring up multiple layouts and scroll through them so smaller groups of users can access larger systems and still be very efficient in managing the entire system. There are a number of different, we're going to go ahead and stop that tour. There are a number of different layouts. You can see we have a lot of traditional layouts, 3x3, 2x2. We also have some non-traditional layouts that have become very handy for video wall applications as well as other environments. I want to thank you for your time. Please take a look at the rest of DVTel's modules or call 1-888-DVTel-77 for more information.